Hello everyone and welcome back to City Skylines, where we are building New Fall, our modded City Skylines series. Welcome back. Where last time we were here, we built this meow method, and the observant viewers of you, the observant people among the viewers will have noticed this is new. I grabbed the University City pack and I wanted to place it all in, so I kind of did that, and I love these buildings, they're so nice. I want to create a bit of a less well-off neighbourhood, and in this episode, along with, if we have time, along with building an airport, and if we have time, we're going to incorporate hotels and resorts into the city. Now, I placed all these buildings because you don't need to watch a time-lapse of me going in to find it, and just placing stuff. What's this issue with bus line 10? Oh, we'll shove you up to 11. There we go. So, I've plopped in a few services, and we're going to pause it up, because I don't actually want these services here. They were just temporary to kind of increase the land value around here. And I also want to get in some paths, so I'm going to do that with you. And I think I will actually keep in these various parks over here, because I don't see anything wrong with that. Do need to do a bit of smoothing out, and I might even keep this post office. The City Bank. I don't actually mind that placement. Bit of movement here will help us a great deal, though. That's going to be perfectly fine. I don't intend to detail this area as much as I don't intend to detail this area as much as normal, because it's on the edge of the capital, and no one really cares about it. It's just kind of like that suburbia feeling, like, because you can't really have tower blocks and then not have any suburbia surrounding it, you know. That's kind of my logic. We're also going to move this uni because I don't want it here. I'm going to shove it here. And yeah, I know. So if you can kind of see where I've looked at where the runway is going to go for the airport. It's going to go along here. So we're going to be developing airport around here. The reason why I haven't developed over here yet, I have a very special thing I want to do. And then I also know what I want to do here, and I know what I want to do here. You can kind of see what we're going to be doing. But for now, this is just what we're doing. And we're going to have to reset these objects. And we're going to have to keep it on pause as well. But, right, services. In terms of placing services, I want to think about this fairly well. We're fine on electricity and water for now. And we're also fine on rubbish. But I would like a post office. That's going to sit on this corner very nicely. If we could possibly... Okay, I've managed to turn off zoning on this road, and I'm okay with that. That's fine. I don't mind that. And we want to kind of create a bit of a services complex along here. So it'd be nice to kind of get... This is a less well-off area, so I'm not sure. I think an elder care would be quite suited, just because, you know, elder cares are often put in less desirable locations. I don't think they should be. I'm just saying that's, in my experience, that's how it is. I actually want to keep this area kind of free of anything. Maybe do a bit of landscaping. But apart from that, I don't want any buildings in that triangle. Just a bit of green open space. I don't think we're going to need death care in here, but we are going to need a medical clinic. And we can actually squeeze that in there. And obviously we're going to, once again, we're going to need to do something about the terraforming over here. In terms of medical, how are we actually doing? Healthcare availability, that's not really going to cut it then, I don't think. But we've already got a hospital over here. Yeah, okay. I will place this in. I actually use this clinic. I think it's more suited to the area. And we're going to have to demolish some buildings. Let's get rid of the info view. Reason I'm placing in just that one is just because if you look at the shape of roofs and kind of colour of the building, it fits in better with these houses than the more modern one. Same with the police station, I think. And wrong button. Press T, not Y. And what we're going to do is we're going to upgrade it to have zoning on both sides. That's going to be good for us. We'll go back to police. No, fast fire. Okay, with fire, I'd like to use this brick one. I think brick is going to be most suited to this area. Oh, that's actually really nice. For fences, because I placed this a bit over. Got a bit of container clipping, but that's fine by me. We'll just say it's short containers. That creates a nice complex kind of a vibe, so I'll keep that. It was an accident, but I'll keep it. Anyway, police department. I think that's going to sit quite well along this main road. We might have to remove these and do a bit of detailing around it later, but that's not a problem for now. This is a rather large area. I think we might end up needing multiple elementary schools. With elementary, what have we got? There's one over there already, so we could squeeze in a small one along this road, I think. I think that's going to be appropriate for here. And if we just shove that in there, and our money's not looking so good, but hopefully it'll go up when we build the airport. No, pause it. That's going to cause problems. Parks. In the centre we probably want some parks. I don't seem to have the parks from the latest update, unless they're in a different tab, but I don't know. Diner could be quite... Yeah, Diner's going to sit in here quite well, I think. Does that kind of fit the vibe? I think that kind of fits the vibe. We can keep that in. This is where I just love scrolling along these menus where we've got so much stuff now. And just finding stuff one might want to place. I feel like plazas and promenades is a bit too fancy. Maybe we could grab in this, although it's got a very small range of effect, so that might not be so good for us. It's just coming through here and raising the land value, and, like, giving a sense of area to this place. Parking. Parking would probably be useful. I don't like to admit it, but City Skylines is quite a car-centric game, unfortunately. And it might... No, stop pressing the wrong button. I'll put this back here. If we shove that there, remove these houses, now we can shove our parking along here. Well, I think one car park will be plenty. One of these. That is going to fit in. We just need to do a little bit of finagling. Finagle. That's going to be fine. I don't really care if it's... Okay, I do care about it being that lumpy. We'll have to remove this house again, and we'll also just do a bit of smoothing out, flattening out later. But yeah, just coming through here and trying to find a suitable thing for here. A skate park. I think a skate park will really fit the vibe we're going for in this area. We could possibly, looking at the area of effect, we don't really have many parks up here. It might be good to get it. Yeah, we'll probably shove it along this way, because we want to really get that land value bonus, just to so we don't get abandonment, because obviously we had some stuff, some services in here before when I was building it, just so it would work. And yeah, I think that skate park, that's really gonna fit the vibe of it being a bit more down market. Could do a bit of move it finagling to try and get the terrain to work a bit better, and that's already looking better. Obviously this whole area is going to need a fair bit of detailing, but you know, that'll be good. So there's also clearly some stuff over here. Yeah, that's the university. Could we possibly think about getting a park over here? Or a plaza. A plaza might sit there. This is not very big plazas though, that's the thing. We don't want to go for anything fancy. Too fancy. What would a small park do? Park with trees, that's a bit big. Small park. Small park's going to sit in there fantastically, we'll take that. That's a nice location. We've got the horse chestnut trees and the lindens in there from Bob, which obviously improves the aesthetic massively. So, I already want to walk onto the airport, move on to the airport, and we're pretty much on schedule from what I wanted, so that's very nice for me to see. Airports DLC. This is my first ever airport in Skylines, and I know exactly what I want. I don't want it to be big, I want it to be small. If we grab the airport brush, we're going to want it to be a bit bigger. So that's the same brush as, where's it here? We will grab that and just shove it in there. We don't want it to be very big, we really don't. I'm going to be taking a lot of inspiration from Drakkart. I'll leave a link in the comments. He is simply amazing at building in City Skylines, and he has a wonderful video on how to build a good airport. We're going to go 150 units because it's a small airport. I think that's acceptable, and we want to make this line up a bit better. So what we can do is we'll take that out. A bit more than 8 would be nice, 8 units. So maybe we'll go back into the district tool and extend this a little bit. Just so it can work a bit better to our our stuff. That's a bit weird. Let's control H that up to there. That's going to be nice. And really we just want to come out this way, and we probably want to give about 10 units. And we've got our road guideline snap to come back into there. That's going to be perfect, that's going to do us. And probably, I don't know, we're going to, oh, and I managed to put on unlockable, great. Would that connect? Yeah, that's going to connect. So I actually only want to have 4 stands here. So we can probably get away with a bit of spacing. Oh, excuse me, obviously it's my first time building an airport, and I kind of don't know what I'm doing. We'll take this, not this like metro line back, we're going to have to redraw that in later. But we're going to want to take this, just landscaping out a bit more, just so we can have that room to play with. And we want to get this kind of perfect. Needs to be pretty well done. If that'll do us for now, and then what we can do, that's going to have to come in a bit further. And what we can do is we can finagle this a bit later. I don't actually want that there. If we could take this out this way, and obviously we can use surface painter or the airport aprons. We might use those. That'll be good. Obviously we need to flip that around, but we are really just going for like a very small like regional airport. So it's unlockable. That was an accident, but it's fine. It's okay. It's okay. We will take this concourse out a wee bit. No, we won't. What we will do is we will go back this way and shove our medium medium something what's it stands. That's what they're called. I don't care if they're called something else. That's what we're going to call them. That's going to be good for us. And then what we can do is move this along. We want to control, which is going to give us a bit more precision on where we're placing it, and that's going to be very nice to have. We're going to have just two of these, I think. If we copy this across and shove another one, that's not going to work. Don't do that then. Yep, that concourse has moved a bit too far away. That's going to be fine for me, I'd say. And I'll probably want to straighten this concourse out a bit. It's a bit wonky. And I feel like I'm a bit all over the place today. If I am, I do apologise. But it's kind of like, you know, I'm testing out for game mechanics here, and it's good fun. It's good fun. Miscellaneous. And we'll grab an airport apron. Could we snap onto there? Snap onto there. That's gonna be good. And of course, detailing. And we're gonna want a fence around it, but that's gonna be something for the detailing time lapse. But we will probably want to, not cargo, we're not going to have a cargo airport. Do we want an airport metro station? I don't think we want it to be elevated, because if we look, we're already coming up quite far. So I don't think we want that. But the airport train station, I don't know. Could we in theory, we could bring the terminals further. Let's grab with the picker mod. No, grab that. Yeah, take it out. 14U. That's not going to be far enough. Well, we'll make the district a bit bigger. And we'll go back to transport, airports. Feel like airports shouldn't be under public transit. Just because shouldn't. I don't know why I'm doing, because I scrolled far enough along, this is what I saw. That's why I'm doing these. And we're going to take this right out as far as possible. That's where our train station is going to be a bit far from a bit of a walk along the concourse, but that's going to give us enough room to mess with our road layout. And as for a little bit of detailing, we're going to want a couple of parked planes maybe. That might be nice. Yeah, that'll probably be good. And do we want an airport apron? Would that... Yeah, we probably do just want concrete. It's an airport, it's not a very inspiring place. And we're gonna want, what's this? Decoration buildings, yes. Get a couple of these as well. And then maybe a hangar? Or a fueling station, yeah, we'll take a fueling station. Is there a more exciting place? Could we take... That's not what I did. T. No, that's Y. T. Press the T button. That's the right button. And then we're going to come out here. Oh. Is that not going to work? Well, how big is this? Could we... We could... Would that work? I don't know. I'm not... Oh, hello, the cat's just appeared. We want a airport... Why am I struggling so much? Right, that's there. Yes. It's because you're an idiot, that's why you're struggling. That's a bit rude. Small hangar. You're distracted. You need to build up that airport area. You could get a small hangar there. I think we will. See, that's a refueling station. You don't need a runway. Yeah, okay, I'll leave it like that. And what you could get here instead, airport lounge. Oh, well, yeah, that's worked out well, hasn't it? Could you get one on this angle as well, just for a bit of interest? They have a red variety, don't they? Could we, like, move it, reset the object enough times that... Yeah, let's get the red one to go with the classic airport terminal. Okay. There we go. That's nice, that's nice. I love the red planes as well. I think this is, actually, for a small, tiny airport, that's going to be good. And there's a little trick I'd like to show you, so don't, like, kind of tune out just because I'm being a bit disorganized. Well, I'll kind of make a bit of a shouty about it. This is kind of inspired by Drakkart. The runway length was inspired by him. I made sure my runway was a decent length. Not quite as long as his, but, you know, a decent length. Because, well, airports have big runway. Yeah, I know a lot about planes. I am the plane guy. Forget trains. Trains are over it. I'm over it. Don't need trains anymore. Planes for the new trains. This is the plane channel now, not the train channel. Go away, trains. Yeah, you've had your fun with your trains, people. If you like trains, you move on from this channel. Is that good? Look at it and tell me, is it good? No, it's awful. What, are you going to get rid of it then? Am I going to get rid of it? We'll do the road layout in a bit, but first of all, what we need to do is go back to the public transit menu, and what you actually want to go to the old plane. You want to go for that, and you want to grab this aeroplane path. We'll put on our info view, and what we can do with these mods, with wonderful mods, is we can take a aeroplane path. And this is to avoid aeroplanes doing the weird turny whatsits at the hairpin bends before they come into land. We're gonna make them do this big swivelly who'd you whatsit, and maybe this is a bit of a less well-off area in order to essentially because it's under a flight path. That might be the reason. You never know. Alright, we're going to take this one out that way. Yeah, and I know we haven't done the junctions properly, it's okay. We'll also take one out this way. That's going to be lovely. And we don't mind if this overlaps, it's fine if they're planes, the sky, it's just cool. No one's ever going to notice. Well, they're going to notice that awful turn. You don't want that, no. You're going to fix it. What does it look like I'm doing? Yeah, okay, thank you. That's going to be better. I don't really care how the nodes look, obviously, because they're invisible. And just to get this functioning, we will grab this road and do some really awful ugliness, just so we can get it functioning. Obviously, we're going to come back to this later, but I want to see it running first. We're going to want that elevated, mate. Like even I can't just ignore that. That's not acceptable. Even when we're not trying to make it nice. Oh, that's awful. Yeah, well we got planes. We got planes. I'm gonna actually, this is gonna be good. We can let it run a bit. While we do that, guess what we're gonna do? You don't have to guess because I'm gonna tell you now. But it's hotels. I have hotels, don't I? I might have to go and pick it up. Back in a minute. I just parked myself here to say we're not going to do hotels and retreats today. The episode's long enough, and it's alright. So, yeah. Detailing time-lapse, detailing review, cinematics, and we're done. Thank you very much for watching. I don't know why I'm saying that, because the episode's not finished. Just roll the time-lapse. So, we didn't do too much detailing, mainly just trees and paths in this area. Got some nice green playing field with some bushes to cover up terrain jankiness, but overall it's very just simple. Didn't think we needed fences too much because it's a more run down area, kind of a business kind of a deal. So yeah, it really is just kind of like paths. We've got a bicycle super highway, which is obviously lovely. It runs right through the city, coming from down here, along here, up around here, and now over into the airport, and that's just absolutely fab. We've got a bunch of parks, a bunch of trees, sometimes no trees, depending on which street it is, just to give variety. We've got lots of cyclists using our paths, of course, which is great. It shows the highway's working. Got cars parked on the bicycle superhighway. I mean, that is just like realistic, so I'm gonna keep it. Big car park, big car park. I mean, it's airport. You kind of have to put in a big car park. It's okay. I could do with sorting out some of this terrain jankiness, but maybe if I remember after this. We've also moving onto the airport, obviously, and I feel like I did most of this, not in a time lapse. But outside the airport, covered up some of the terrain jankiness with undergrowth. Undergrowth is my saving grace. I love undergrowth. Big car park, and some plazas with just some nice rhododendrons around them, some lindens. It's all very peaceful here. Got a couple of tourism commercial hotels. We got a lovely Art Deco normal commercial hotel. It's actually low density commercial, which is a bit weird. And then over here we've got the airport budget hotel, which is part of the airport's DLC. Obviously, as it means we get the correct sign, which is obviously great. And then just a bunch of kind of basic-ish detailing. I'm going to keep this brief. There's not too much to look at, and I know you just want to get on with the cinematics. So, without further ado, we'll have a bit of a bus ride, and then we'll roll this. Then we will do the cinematics. So, thank you very much for watching. It is appreciated. I would very much also appreciate if you could like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the analytics. I know everyone says it, but it is true. It's massive. I can see even from my small creator standpoint that the more engagement, the better the video does. I really do appreciate any engagement. So, thank you very much for watching. Please do stay for the cinematics, and cheerio.